So, how many anime characters are left-handed? 10 to 12% of the world is left-handed, and around 1% is ambidextrous. The world population is approximately 7.5, 7.6 billion. So if you do the math, 750 million people are left-handed and 76 million are ambidextrous. Now, anime and manga, the number of left-handed / ambidextrous characters are even less and quite rare, considering that being right-handed is more common and manga are normally right-handed. You know, they don't really draw left-handed characters too often, and even if they do, maybe they don't even maintain the continuity till the end. You never know, it could have just been like, okay, for a certain scene, they appear left-handed. So, many cases don't really do that, but there are cases that they do maintain the continuity and all that, and the anime does too. Sometimes the anime differs from the manga, and I'm gonna show you that, and it happens in one of these examples, but yeah, that's that. So, all these characters may have the continuity, and this is just about left-handed ambidextrous anime characters here. But yeah, anyways, there's some filler characters in the background who aren't really that important, such as, I'll just put on the screen, we got Dragon Ball Z, Cells at Work, Villain Saga, Grand Blue. The Grand Blue one isn't canon actually, because in the manga, the dude here is actually writing with his right hand, so here's the picture of that. Anyways, so this idea fascinated me, and I was like, okay, I want to make a video on this, which is supposed to come out on August 13th because it's International Left-Handers Day, but it didn't really come out, you know, because I got lazy and stuff. So here I am, recording this, so yeah, that's that. Anyways, so I just googled a bunch of lists and just googled left-hand anime characters or ambidextrous, double checked on the wikis, found pictures, images, and all that, just to make it all easier. And if anyone here has a character who is left-handed or ambidextrous, please feel free to comment down who they are. If I already have them in my giant notepad list, then I'll just comment down. So I already have this character I found in my free time, but I still appreciate it. But if you also could put down an episode, what's it called? Just give me an episode or a manga chapter where it is shown them using the left arm or the left hand or being ambidextrous, I guess, in whatever the field the show is. So yeah, and if I consider it genuine, if I consider it, you know, if it works, then I'll just go with it. Anyways, so we're gonna go by series and just name off the characters from the series. So let's just jump right in right now. So first series we got is Tokyo Ghoul, my favorite. We got Eto Yoshimura, or by her pen name, as you know, a very famous author in Tokyo Ghoul world, Sentakatsuki, which is actually important because in these panels, in these videos I'm about to show, in chapter 109, which is episode 3 of the Tokyo Ghoul Rude anime, which is indeed sort of canon, I guess. In the manga, Hinami and Kaneki go to get the book signed, but in the anime it's just Hinami for Kaneki. But in general, they still maintain the continuity with Eto writing with her left hand, which is important because she is left-handed. She's not right-handed, because you know, later on she goes into the CCG in episode 7 of the anime, and she goes to get information about, is it possible to make an artificial ghoul like Kaneki? Well, she didn't say like Kaneki, but she was just open about the idea because she wanted to write a book, I guess, about a one-eyed ghoul or something. In the anime, she speaks to Shinohara, and Juzo just in the background messing around, and during the interview she does write with her right hand, I believe, which is different from the manga, because in the manga she speaks with Amon, and I don't believe she wrote with her right hand at all. So yeah, on the wiki they say she's ambidextrous, but she just prefers writing with her left hand. I don't really see her as being ambidextrous, just because in Tokyo Ghoul Re, chapter 52, episode 11 of the anime, we are shown her sewing Kane, or Karen von Roosevald's face with her left hand, like, you know, her eyes and all that stuff. So yeah, that kind of just, it's the continuity here that's kicking in from the manga. The manga is the source material. The anime does change a lot of things. We do see in the 4 seasons. I would know. I watched every single season twice. I read both mangas twice, so I know what you know, what there is and what there isn't. So that's that. I'll give her left-handed. Could be ambidextrous though, but I say she's just left-handed. Next we have a character that's only anime original, but I thought I'd put this in because it's from Tokyo Ghoul as well, and that is Naki, one of the members of Aogiri. This only happens in the Rude anime, and it never happens in the manga, like I just said. Episode 3, Naki is trying to write Yamori/Jason's name in a crayon, because all he does is he cries and mourns his death because he just found out that he was killed and all that, he died. And then Kaneki comes in because, you know, in the Rude anime, which is in canon, Kaneki joins Aogiri, which does not happen in the original manga. Doesn't make sense, but it's it's a pretty cool idea. So it's a minor scene, and Kaneki just writes his name for him, but what's noted is that Naki was writing with his left hand, and the wiki said that he's left-handed, which isn't true because he uses his Kagane on his right arm. So unless he's cross-dominant, I don't see that really working, and just it maintains the same thing. He just uses his Kagane on the right side of his body, so I don't really see that working. Now, about the whole cross-dominance thing, I'll explain that in a bit because there's another character here who is cross-dominant. Slash ambidextrous, not left-handed like many people are going to believe. But next we're going to jump into the Naruto series, Naruto Shippuden. We're not going to include Boruto. I haven't read the manga, neither the Naruto manga. I don't have time to read it all. It's enough that I watched all 720 episodes combined. I don't want to watch 120 episodes of friggin' Boruto filler, so there you go. Start off with an easy character right here because it's the most simplified one. The next character is going to be a little more complicated, and that is the 4th Raikage, Yondaime Raikage here. So yeah, in episode 207, when he and B reunite, also this is chapter 473, around like pages 8 to 9, I believe, 8 to 10. He and B reunite. He sees that B is alive, so I guess because he's pissed off because he's like, what the hell, why didn't you come sooner? He punches him, right? And because he only has his right hand, his right arm, because during his fight with Sasuke, a little bit before, he got Amaterasu'd on his left arm, and so he cut it off so it doesn't just burn endlessly, but he still slapped up Sasuke pretty well, I'm gonna say. And Killer B makes a comment about how he hits really hard even with his non-dominant arm, and his non-dominant arm is clearly his right hand because that's the only one he can hit him with. So A is officially left-handed, but now he's forced to be ambidextrous because he lost his left arm, unless he gets like a prosthetic one, but I don't think he does in Boruto, so that is that. Next we got the most popular character, who is probably like the most popular anime character who's labeled as left-handed, and that is Sasuke Uchiha, which we just talked about. And Sasuke isn't left-handed, by the way. I'll give him cross-dominance and I guess a little bit of ambidextrous, but I won't call him left-handed because he clearly writes with his right hand during the written part of the Chunin exams, and he's shown using his kunai in his right hand, just like that. And also when he has a sword, yes, he has it on the right side of his body. Oh, you think he wields it, he takes out with his left hand, like something normal left-handed swordsman would do. No, he just uses his right hand because it's closer and all that. He does stream Chidori with his left arm, with his left hand, dominantly like that. Now the thing is, this is a little tricky because my guy commented on how Chidori is like a jab, and when we think about jabs are commonly used with the non-dominant side, the non-dominant arm. You just use a quick jab, then you hit with the stronger side of the body. So we could say, okay, he's hitting with his non-dominant arm, but Kakashi also uses Chidori dominantly on his right hand. So we can't really say that Kakashi's left-handed because he's clearly using a preferred arm to use Chidori, and that is his right hand because he's right-handed. So we can give Sasuke that he prefers using his left hand for Chidori and then uses the sword with his right hand. And the whole misconception of this is because when Hagoromo was talking with Naruto and Sasuke, obviously separately, he wants to give them his powers so they can beat Madara and all that, and that's where Sasuke gets his Rinnegan and all that. Basically, he asks him to prefer him his dominant arm, put his dominant arm, on his hand, and then Sasuke picks his left hand, Naruto picks his right hand because he's right-handed, and so Sasuke just, I don't know, he's just BSing here, but he chooses his left arm, and then he gets the Rinnegan on his left eye. Maybe if he chose his right arm, he'd get the Rinnegan on his right eye, who knows, but in conclusion, he's not left-handed to begin with. If he is cross-dominant, I'll give him that. He prefers a few things, and I'll explain cross-dominance in a second. But at most, I'll give him just a little off the top for ambidextrous because he did lose his left hand in the fight with Naruto, and he did not get a prosthetic one like Naruto with the Kashira on the cells. So clearly, he's okay just using his right hand for everything, which he can still stream Chidori. I believe it was shown near the end of the anime. So that's that. So a quick, brief introduction to cross-dominance. Cross-dominance, okay, so we got 3 kinds of people in this world plus 1 more. So we got left-handed people, we got right-handed people, we got ambidextrous people. Left-handed, you do everything with your left hand. Right hand, you do everything with your right hand, comfortable with those hands. Ambidextrous, when you can do basically everything with both hands, essentially. You can use most things, like almost everything, right? Just perfectly equally with both sides. Cross-dominance is kind of like a mix of all of the above, because cross-dominance is, for example, these two kids at my school, they're both left-handed, they write with their left hand. I assume they both eat with their left hand too and all that. But when it comes to playing sports and all that, when it comes to throwing a ball, tennis racket, badminton racket, and shooting a basketball, those are all examples I have seen myself. They choose the right arm, the right foot for kicking and all that. So clearly they're cross-dominant. They do certain things with their left arm, the left side, but they also have other preferences with the right side of their body, which is different from being ambidextrous. Because they're ambidextrous, they would use both sides equally without like a certain preference. And then there's this other kid who's right-handed. He he only throws balls with his left hand, like dodgeballs and stuff. He does shoot basketball with his right hand. Little weird, but what you gonna do? And then he does kick really dominantly with his left foot. So those are 3 cases of cross dominance. So yeah, basically you have certain preferences to some things with one side and then other things with another side. So it really goes either way. There are obviously celebrities too who are like that, but we won't get into that because this is going to be too long of a video and I kind of got to get through this. So I'm going to bring out a classic anime that everyone I believe should have watched or has watched, because if you've been watching anime for more than 3 weeks, you should know the show, called Death Note. So basically, all these examples, we are clearly showing these characters writing. Otherwise, I wouldn't really put them on the list. So if, whoa, they shot a gun with their left hand or they smoked a cigarette with their left hand, clearly left-handed, no, shut up, it doesn't count, okay? Didn't see them right, don't give a damn, alright? Alright, so first up we got Light Yagami / Kira. Now this isn't a surprise, we all know he's ambidextrous, but he's born right-handed. We all know the famous potato chip scene, well, when L was monitoring Light during, like, I guess the beginning of the show. And what did Light say during that scene? He said, "I'll solve equations with my right hand and write names with my left," because he had a potato chip bag with a mini TV in there, piece of the Death Note taped in there with a pencil, so you can kill criminals while he's being monitored by L. So L can see that, oh, he can't be Kira because he had no access to this information and he didn't reveal how he kills people. So then he can't be Kira because, you know, it just proves, you know, he didn't have any information essentially. He couldn't have any way to get all this info, and he's clearly trying to just be writing with his right hand. So yeah, another occasion where he did use his left hand is when he killed Higuchi when he was in the helicopter or chopper, whatever you want to call it, with L. When he got the Death Note, when he touched, he got his memories back. He was like, okay, I gotta kill this dude. Luckily, he got handcuffed with his left hand because that's why he wore his watch on his right hand, which had a piece of Death Note inside, which he had to like get out by pressing some button on the watch. I'm not sure. He had a pin in there to like press on his finger to get blood to write Higuchi's name. You know, it was a third Kira at the time, and then he wrote his name there and killed him. Luckily, L was to the left side of him. Otherwise, if he had his watch on his left hand, it would complicate things. I don't know if he'd be able to kill him unless they switched seats, but just he's lucky that L chose to handcuff his right arm and Light's left hand, so that way he wore the watch on his right hand. Other than that, Light is clearly right-handed, as he wears his watch on his left hand, which is the most common thing for right-handed people. He also plays tennis with his right hand dominantly. You know, we see when he plays with L, he writes with his right hand dominantly there and eats and everything. So that's just, he's right-handed but he's ambidextrous, which is pretty cool. Next we've got a Shinigami from Death Note. Yep, if you remember to the flashback when Rem was telling Misa about how to kill a Shinigami, Jealous, the Shinigami, had saved Misa's life on the day that the creepy fanatic stalker dude was trying to kill Misa. Yeah, you clearly see him writing the dude's name in his Death Note, killing him and saving Misa's life and adding his remaining lifespan to hers. Yeah, that's basically it. He just writes with his left hand there, so nothing much to really add. He just dies in that flashback in the end. He's left-handed. Cool. Alright, so last we got Kyosuke Higuchi, the third Kira. I already spoke about him when Light killed him, but on multiple occasions we've seen Higuchi use his left hand when writing. Same thing was when he threatened to kill himself to the police. He had the pistol in his left hand, maybe because it was also on the driver's side, so it was the left side for some reason, because I'm pretty sure Japan they drive on the right side, like of the car, they drive on the left side of the road. I'm not sure. These are complicated times, okay? But clearly he is left-handed, as he does a bunch of other stuff with his left hand and just writes primarily, so that's what he is. He's left-handed, so yeah. Next we've got Attack on Titan here, and I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about because they did indeed lose the right arm in the Clash of the Titans arc, and that is Erwin Smith. So Erwin, he lost his right arm to a Titan, if you remember, and in season 3 part 1, basically the uprising arc of Attack on Titan, which aired last summer, which just finished part 2 actually like a few months ago, he is shown capable writing with his left hand. He's able to write with his left hand pretty well. So I'm not sure if he was right-handed originally, maybe he was left-handed originally, but he has to do the salute with his left hand, he has to use the swords with his left hand, eat with left hand, write with his left hand. So everything now he just turned left-handed, but I guess I'll give him ambidextrous because I'm not sure if he was right-handed before. I guess I have to like rewatch some clips and maybe I'll show him on the screen and put some text saying, okay, guess I'm stupid, but yeah. Since the anime aired already, I can now say rest in peace, the great commander, because he died. Yeah, Beast Titan killed him. But the Beast Titan's the best. Okay, you gotta read the manga, you gotta understand why the Beast Titan's my favorite character. Next, we got Naoki Urasawa's Monster. Because if I just said Monster, no one would understand what friggin' manga show is that, okay? This character, we got Roberto. And if you're gonna bully me by how I say it, Roberto, I'm not gonna say it Roberto, because that sounds stupid. But his real name is Adolf Reinhardt. So if you're gonna take that to heart, say, oh my god, his name is Adolf, you're referencing Hitler. Shut up, okay? I'm not. That's just his name. That's his real name. But I'm gonna call him Roberto because I feel like it, because that's what he's been called during the whole series. Roberto is right-handed, okay? He uses his right hand for everything, and his right eye, okay? Shooting, you know, and all that. When you're trying to kill Dr. Tenma and all that. I like using that, okay, leave me alone. But yeah, he's basically like a hitman for Johan. And during the library scene with Tenma, when he was trying to snipe Johan, he shot Roberto in his right arm, which kind of like, I guess, disabled his right arm, like messed it up, so he can't really use it properly anymore. And later on in the series, when Tenma is in prison, he gets a new lawyer, and posing as the new lawyer is Roberto, and he's shown writing with his left hand, or at least trying. He's struggling because obviously he's not left-handed. He just has to transition to it because his right arm, he can't use it because Tenma shot him there, right? So because of this, he uses his gun with his left hand too. We also see this during the end, during like the massacre of that place. I forgot. I've watched Monster like almost a year now, okay? I don't remember all this stuff. I've watched thousands of episodes since then. But yeah, he's formerly right-handed, but now he's using his left hand until his death, so he's kind of ambidextrous, but I'm still gonna give it to him because he's forced to use his left hand. So yeah. Next we've got a manga, because we're not gonna talk about the anime because the anime doesn't even include these scenes in it, that I've seen at least. So it's called Devil's Line. They got a horrible adaptation, but I'm gonna talk about Devil's Line in another video in the near future. Don't worry about it. It's coming up. I have the idea. And we got two characters here. We got Kaname Yukimori, who is indeed a devil. He is shown in these panels here when they're discussing investigation. He is using his left hand or writing on the board. So yeah, nothing much to really add. I think it's like a side story, like a very side chapter, or like, I don't think he's there for like a long time. He's just shown in a few chapters and then boom, I'm pretty sure he died. Next we got Midori Anzai, the mother of the main character, Yuki Anzai. She is shown writing with her left hand when she visits the university and holds a seminar explaining things about devils. She holds the microphone with her right hand because obviously she writes with her left. And yeah, the continuity is there for both these characters, so it's clearly shown they're both left-handed, so it really just all works out in the end, so nothing much to really add. But next we've got our last two characters here. They're from sports animes. Now this is going to be the first character on this list that I believe I have not watched the source material. Like I haven't read the manga or watched the anime, so I have not watched it at all. But we got from Kuroko no Basket. I just know this because I've just seen online in general. We got Midorima Shintaro. He shoots with his left hand in basketball. It's freaking insane. I wish I could do that with my left hand. Like, holy shit. These in these half courts and full court shots. Like, look at them, man. They're insane. Like, how do you do this, man? It's like, oh my. It's crazy, man. Like, this man is just too OP. But I'm pretty sure they use powers and like superpowers or some garbage in the show. So I'm not sure how that works. But maybe I'll watch in the future, you know, when I get caught up with all this seasonal garbage. Oh my god. I'll make a video about seasonal anime pretty soon too, because I have a very strong opinion about them. Finally, we have the last character on this list, so I can start writing the script, finish recording this audio, and then edit the video, and then take a nap, and then I have to go to school in like 6 days, because this is recorded on the 29th of August. This is like my third recording of this audio, so hopefully this works out. If not, then well, I have to record it again. But from an anime that aired last year during summer, we got, drumroll please, Hanebado. Yes, the badminton anime. In the first episode, it isn't hidden at all that the protagonist, Ayano Hanasaki, is left-handed, which is important because she also has a flexible wrist, which their coach mentions and all that, because it's quite rare to be left-handed, as I said at the beginning of the video. So yeah, Ayano is revealed to be left-handed, but also near the end of the anime, she's revealed to be ambidextrous in badminton. So Only in badminton though, because during the show we do see other stuff in her life. We don't just see her, okay, she's playing badminton every day. No. But yeah, she is left-handed, and she's shown brushing her teeth with her left hand, writing with her left hand, like that, like a little scene. You can't really see too well, but you get the idea that the pencil's in her left hand. Only difference is she eats with chopsticks with her right hand, but that's a cultural thing in Japan, and I'm pretty sure I read an article from this one dude who said like it's apparently rude in like Asia or something to like eat with your with chopsticks, specifically with your left hand, or maybe just in general it's not polite to eat with your left hand or something. There's a bunch of stuff like that around the world. People are kind of assholes, but it's whatever. But yeah, I guess just a social norm like that. I don't know what it is. Okay, man. Look, I suck with chopsticks in either hand. Okay, I don't know how to use that shit. It's too complicated. Okay, but that's just like the one thing she does with her right hand, other than obviously playing badminton. Because when she plays against Aragaki, she hit the birdie, by switching into the right hand. And even their coach, Tachiwana Kentaro, he made a remark on this. He commented about how it usually is rare for ambidextrous characters to, be ambidextrous characters, because when you're playing in a tournament and all that, and you're switching sides really quickly, switching hands to hit the birdie, right? You have to switch back to your dominant side, your preferred side. You normally don't really stick too much with your non-dominant side. It's just there to like get a hit somewhere, when you can't get it easily anyways. But that's that. So it's not really common for players to do this. I can confirm this because I also do switch hands when I play badminton, whenever I play with my friends or whatever, but I normally stick to one side because that's the best way to really do things. You just always stick to one side. So yeah, that's kind of it for that. We're done the video. So this was a list of about 10 or more characters from anime or manga that are left-handed or ambidextrous. The budget of this video was so much. It was my lack of sleep, my motivation, my will to live, all combined together. Now, one last thing to say. I appreciate all the support from the Kengan Ashura video. I gained a few subscribers. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll try to make videos maybe weekly or 2 times a week. It depends. Okay, school's about to start and I got like a bunch of classes, so I kind of gotta do good on that. And also making these videos is kind of a pain. You have to write a whole script. You have to record the audio when no one's home, so no one hears you and thinks you're a weirdo, or there's no background noise. It's all that kind of stuff. And so it really takes a while to make these videos, but I'm doing it. I've been wanting to make this video for like over a year now. So yeah, anyways, if you, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you have a character who's left-handed or ambidextrous, please feel free to comment who that is, from what series they're from. If you could comment the episode of the manga chapter they're featured in, where they're using said they're being ambidextrous, or if they're being left-handed or whatever, they're doing their thing. Please feel free to do that. I will also double check everything on the wiki and like Google Images, and maybe I'll have to skim through the manga or like the anime. Just look for scenes, really, because I need to have genuine evidence of this. I can't just go and say, okay, this person could be left, like, just like I did with Naki in Tokyo Ghoul. Like, he's not left-handed, okay? It's just an anime thing that's false. I still included it on this list because I thought it was cool. Anyways, that's that. I have to go edit this, so yeah. See ya later, and yeah, bye. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.